Hey, GLP-1 plus sides community. Before we jump into the podcast, please take the time to leave us a 5-star review on whatever audio platform you're listening to the podcast on. Share your story and how the podcast has helped you. This will help us get referred up in the audio platform so that we can reach more people that need our help, our support, and guidance from our doctors. Help us get loud and change things. Are you interested in understanding GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, wegovy, or Mounjaro? Then join us on the Plus Sides Cracking the Obesity Code, the groundbreaking podcast helping people change their lives one episode at a time. The Plus Sides podcast is a disruptor. We're breaking down barriers, smashing stereotypes, and sharing inspiring stories that'll leave you feeling informed and empowered. Join us every week to learn from doctors who are specialists around GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, wegovy, and Mounjaro. They'll provide you with science and facts to validate these incredible stories. But that's not all. We'll also bring you the voices of the GLP-1 Mounjaro TikTok community, real people who face the challenges of obesity-related diseases and disorders and discovered the incredible plus sides of GLP-1 medications. Our episodes are filled with heartwarming stories, laughter, and moments of triumph. You'll connect with our amazing community members who are reclaiming their health and experiencing their fullest lives. Are you ready to embark on a journey of discovery and empowerment? Tune in to the Plus Sides Cracking the Obesity Code, and together we'll change the narrative around obesity and end the stigma. Subscribe now on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform and join our incredible community. Let's celebrate the plus sides of life together, because every story deserves to be heard. Every life deserves to shine, and everyone deserves access to expert knowledge and medication. The Plus Sides Podcast. You're not alone. It's not your fault. Hey everyone, before we dive in, I really want to share something personal with you. About, I want to say like 8 to 10 months ago, after losing 100 pounds on GLP-1s and keeping it off for a long time, I started regaining out of nowhere, and I was terrified. But I also started having hot flashes and bouts of crying and snacky cravings and waking up at 3 a.m. unable to go back to sleep. It turns out I was in perimenopause. So I started hormone replacement therapy, which is also called HRT, through a telehealth called Winona that specializes in this. And it changed everything. And now I'm sleeping better. And my hot flashes are all but gone, thank God. And I feel like myself again. And it turns out that you can actually start perimenopause as early as 35. And well, I'm 46 and she's here. HRT has really come a long way, and there's just no need to suffer anymore. So if you're like this and you're in the same boat, you can check out buywinona.com and you can use the link in our link tree to save some money.
Want the fastest working GLP-1? For half the price, Roe now offers FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, with results you can see faster. Lose 15% of your weight with the formula from Eli Lilly that hits not one, but 2 hormones to curb hunger and nausea. Weight loss faster, confidence higher, price cheaper. See if you qualify at ro.co/TV.
Because I'm a sugar and a volume addict by trade. So losing the excess weight,
Me too.
I know, like I'm a snowflake. And so, but losing the weight and having my sugar and volume decrease, because I track everything, that which gets measured gets changed. So if I binge, even now I can binge. They're a little different, right? It's not the 15,000 calories it used to be, thank the Lord.
Yeah.
But it'll still raise my heartbeat 20 beats a minute. And I get those extra beats. Yeah. Which, they were rare before COVID. Now they're not. Stress, funny that. Stress, sugar, and volume will all trigger those extra beats for me. My heart's okay. So anyway, white knuckling.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. As a triathlon.
I felt like it was a good segue.
This really is.
So many years. Does anyone here have time hop?
At our question.
Yes, time hop.
Yeah, you look back on time hop.
Yes.
And I look back, so much of my life was run by me. And I was like, I knew I don't have body dysmorphia, kind of, unfortunately, like I'm kind of rocking it right now. Like I don't have that. Oh, look, nope. Happy as a clam, going out in a bikini. Sorry about the extra skin is what it is.
Yeah.
But even before there's a picture on my website at AMS Telehealth. And there's did I take that off? No, I kept it on. Okay. It's because it's got my Ironman picture, which was my last attempt, which was April of 2022. And then it's got a triathlon in 2023. And I'm happy as a clam. I got out of the water. I was rocking it. I had a foot injury, so I thought I wasn't going to be able to do the run. But to get there and to do that activity level, to train for that, it's all white knuckling, right? And you've got to eat 400 calories an hour, give or take, at least 250. So what do you do for 17 hours? Because it takes me a long time to do these things. Mm-hmm. You binge, right? On sugar.
Yeah.
So what does that do to the brain pathways?
Yeah. Oh my. So what happened when you were no longer white knuckling? Well, I guess you had to binge to keep up that energy, but what was there? Have you thought about training again post GLP-1?
I did a half Ironman. Yep. I did a half Ironman last year. It's kind of hard. It's always, I would say half Ironman took me 7.5 hours.
It's not kind of, right?
It's not a walk in the park. It is a walk. It's just a very long walk. But
it is a walk in the park, actually. Literally.
Just sped up.
I trot every once in a while, It was hard to fuel. Which is why I have not done a full Ironman to this point. And I may never. I actually accepted that. What's more important to me? Being able to white knuckle, live a life not run by food, or not white knuckle, live a life not run by food, or I have 7 Ironman medals. I don't necessarily need another to prove myself, right?
I feel like 7's a good number.
7 sounds good. Lucky number 7. We should probably just
lucky 7.
And
song, sounds good.
Right. Crazy 8. I was going for Crazy 8s, but that didn't work.
Yeah.
But not having to
white 7 bananas. It's just a good number.
Well, that's the thing, because I would do a marathon, right? Afterwards, what would I do? Gain 15 pounds. Train.
Yes.
Try to get the weight off. And then it came to a point where I couldn't get the weight off. Like, I couldn't diet at all. At all. I had no ability.
But you can't really diet, right? Because you have to feel so much while you're...
Kind of an excuse. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
Because it wasn't just during activity. Like, if you told me to eat healthy outside of it, I couldn't do it. And you know what? And maybe I am a moral failure. But man, those grooves up here are so deep. They are so deep. Food was my best friend. Food was my confidant. Food was my partner. Food was my savior. So I'm grateful to food. Food probably saved my life. So I'm very grateful. Grateful for my binge eating. Grateful for the journey, because I've been suicidal. I know what that feels like, and I didn't die, thank goodness. I also know how to walk away from that pit pretty quickly now. I still walk up to the pit. I see it's there. I know it's there. I don't have food to pull me out. So, that's a new ball game, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's like I would argue that with this is the hardest thing. I did see, I've seen some doctors post before, like, hey, you don't want your food noise to go away completely, because you still need to have some hunger cues. Like, we still need to make sure that you're identifying, that you're eating, that you're getting your nutrients, which I think a lot of people don't know.
See, I don't think that's food noise, but that's not food noise. That's just appetite.
Yeah. But a lot of people are saying, like, there's nothing. Like, some people will say,
I can't eat anything. Your dose is too high. Go the
heck down. Right.
Provider, just go down. Just now
also,
on the flip
there
side.
is something about making yourself do it. Like, there's I do the 3-bite rule, where I'm like we do with our kids, right? Like, I take 3 bites of something and 3 sips of something, and my body will settle and allow me to eat what I need to. Like, it does. But that hump, you know what I mean? That intentional choice, that's up to me.
That point, I don't care if you're on a GLP-1 or not.
Yeah.
Because I'll give myself stomach pain. I'll eat so much I'll do stupid shit, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have a patient, actually, and she's obviously not the norm, right? We work in the bell curve like everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We have a patient who can't go below 5 because her food noise gets out of hand, but can't lose any more weight. So we're actually increasing her caloric density within what she's eating, because we have 2 nutritionists on staff, me being one of them, but me and one of my nurse practitioners are both certified nutritionists. We have unlimited text communication with our patients. So people can text us every day and say, what do you think about this? And we're like, okay. And we have a closed community and all the goodness, but I mean, that's a scenario that, I mean, think about, we were marginalized before.
Right.
Goes into a doctor, they're just going to say, well, stop the weight loss shot.
Of course they are. Exactly what they're going to say. Yeah. I know. You're nauseous, you're this, you're that. You should stop taking it. And the problem with that is then they don't go to their doctor when they do have these problems. Right. And then, like, if you think about it, like, I mean, that's what we hear. Like, so like when we do our lives and stuff, people come in and they're asking us, well, why are they asking us? Because it works. They know something's working, something's happening, and they think it's the last thing. They're desperate. And they know the minute they tell their doctor, the doctor's going to go, oh, we need to stop it. If it's making you throw up, it's making it. But truthfully, if they go to a doctor that knows what they're talking about and how to handle this, they can adjust as needed for all of those things. But people don't know that.
We can manage so much, like I saw yesterday, I still hang out in the Facebook groups because I try to help people.
Thank you.
I can't help it.
Thank you. Thank you for volunteering as a tribute.
I do. I'm like, I can't help it. And somebody said what do I do about the sulfur burps? I'm like, first of all, use that little magnifying glass first and search for burps. That's all you need. Start there. That can be totally managed. Like, I can tell you 3 things, and somebody said, take a PPI. That's
I don't know what PPI is. What's that?
Ozempic. That was funny. The purple pill, Nexium, omeprazole. Sorry,
okay. Yeah.
Ozempic.
Yeah,
That was
like,
Freudian.
Don't they not want you to do that though? If you don't have to?
Well, I've been on, so here's a kicker. I've been on Nexium, the original purple pill, back in the day, since I was I've had reflux since I was 10. Right?
Really? Wow.
So if I don't take a PPI, I'm actually at risk for cancer.
Wow.
Because my lower esophageal sphincter is garbage because I abuse the shit out of it by binging for so many years, right? I mean, waking up in the middle of the night with your food up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm not alone there.
No.
Unfortunately.
No, you're not. I mean, that happens to a lot of people. Kat and I both struggle with BED. It's like, even now though, when I had the lap band, it couldn't stop me. I was like, because lap band didn't
figure it out
anything. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, so we're just gonna eat squishy stuff.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna drink when we eat. Like, okay, like my brain is. It's. I tell people, it's like
people don't
what
get
it.
it.
What it sort of feels like is it's sort of like I think like my body always thinks it's starving, not hungry. Starving. And it's like, what is the biggest things with the most calories, the most fat, and the most this, so we can feel satisfied. Then we feel satisfied for maybe a couple minutes and we settle. And then what's the next thing?
Well, any addict, an alcoholic who has a beer.
Absolutely.
Wants 100.
Yeah.
This is no different. I'm sorry. And I understand that there are 2 schools of thought. You look at the brain chemistry. Sugar is not worse than cocaine. Look, I don't need a comparison. I know sugar is dangerous for me.
Absolutely.
I don't care what anyone else does. I shouldn't say that. I care what my patients and my clients and the general public, but whatever. But I can't care like emotionally, right? Because that would kill me. That's 15 years of trauma in the ER.
Of course.
It's a lot of trauma. It's a lot of trauma in a lot of ways. Caitlin, you know that.
Yeah. I mean, I left because things stopped bothering me that should have bothered me.
It's funny. I became because I ended up doing lifestyle medicine as I was full-time. I was doing like essentially 2 full-time jobs and I was becoming a better doctor because my brain was clear. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And I could like focus and I could talk to patients and I cared. The system doesn't like when you care because you're not pushing numbers.
Not good enough. You're not doing.
I got kicked out.
Oh, wow.
We're going to let that go. I don't talk about that terribly publicly, but
like Patch Adams, kind of
right. At your cervix.
Love Patch.
No, it's like when you don't fit the mold anymore.
Yeah.
You've got to.
I've actually met several doctors like that though. You know, like it, and that's exactly what it is. They're like, I'm going to go make my own mold. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that. And I love those ones because those are the doctors that are going to help us solve this shit. Like it really is like,
and that's why I'm doing the coaching now. I need to go one to many. I need to go one to as many as I can. I can't, one-on-one's hard because you can only help. And Caitlin, it's so funny because you were like, no, I just want to help my one patient. I'm like, I want to help them and their family and everyone they know.
Caitlin only just started on the socials. Maybe we will switch her. And
I was going to say, you're also 6 months in.
I also like it. I have like my latest has been just like medication safety and trying to like educate about that because
I think that's great.
A lack of medication.
Nobody talks about it
around these medications.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Treat our GLP-1s like the prescription medications that they are. Please.
I saw that post and I was like, you go. Seriously.
I love it.
You know, it's a cool thing that we do. So we tell our patients, listen, if you're confused about your dose, you send us a picture, text us a picture of the syringe with the amount pulled up and your prescription bottle. Yep. And all of my staff, not just the providers, are trained in what to look for.
That's cool.
To make sure, because you get a response from us in 6 to 12 hours. I say that it's usually, we have coverage till midnight. So we're uncovered from 12 to 5 right now, but that'll change. We'll have 24 hours soon.
That's great.
Yeah. It's fun.
We need like
the new model.
I don't think people understand. There are literally not enough doctors. There are not even enough telehealth, and there's tons of them to cover the amount of people that are sick and need help.
Yes.
That doesn't exist. There are not enough.
You and I had talked about this a long, long time ago on, one of your lives because I'll tell people, go wherever, just go.
Yeah.
Please. And because I'll tell people, I am not everybody's cup of tea. I'm sure as shit not everybody's cup of tea.
I like you. You're my tea.
But, yes.
It's a good Earl Grey. Right?
But, for real, it's so important that, and the thing is with the food noise, and I don't think I ever had a full switch, right? Obviously, if I got put on a diet at 1 year old, I obviously didn't have a full switch.
Yeah.
Like I guess, but it's a two, like with PCOS, it's a 2-hit hypothesis. It's not, I totally misuse that term, right? It's like cancer with a 2-hit hypothesis, but it's the same, right? If you're a smoker and you have the genes to get lung cancer, you're much more likely to get it. Mm-hmm. If you have the genes to get PCOS and you have no full switch, welcome to hell, right? Mm-hmm. If you're prone to overeating, your genetics are prone to storing excess fat, and you have no full switch. Yeah. And I'd like to say, and you have childhood trauma. Show me somebody who doesn't have some sort of childhood trauma.
Totally. Everybody does.
But what coping mechanisms can we have when we're 6?
I know, right?
Yeah. Hershey's. Thank you.
Yes.
Saving my life.
I mean, for sure. Like I remember my, and I've talked about it on the show before, but my parents divorced when I was very little, like a baby. And then she married my mom. My mom remarried my stepdad within a few years. He's a wonderful dad. Honestly, like in a good way, like thank God. Yeah. But I still had a lot of feelings because I still had a father, right? Like I still had a lot of, and I didn't know what to do with him. And my parents are boomers. Like, I don't know. And so I was just like, what am I going to do? And I remember like literally like being like 7 and 8 years old and sneaking down to the kitchen and eating when nobody was looking. And I loved being a latchkey kid because I would come home and I could eat because nobody was home yet. Why? Because I could control it and have pleasure and not be judged. And I was in charge of me, right? Like I didn't know that at the time, but that behavior just continued to,
right. Well, and with neuroplasticity, right? You're 7, 8, 13 years old. Your brain is being formed really then, right? So your organs are formed. I get it. They're cooked, but your brain is developing these coping skills, and it's a damn good coping skill.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, I still wouldn't eat. 6 months in, I couldn't eat like I do now. I've been at maintenance. I really hate that word because it is. I thought it was going to be cruise control, right? I grew up in Buffalo, New York. So
I think some people it is for.
Oh my God. I'm a little envious.
It's weird, right? Like, but some of them are. I'm like, how? I can't even get to maintenance. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I am like up and down. What did I go between 5 and 7.5 because sometimes I'm just off the freaking rails crazy.
Yeah. I get it.
And it's like, instead of, I always joke because I grew up in Buffalo, so I'm like, no, I thought it was going to be like cruise control on the Autobahn. No, what it's like is Buffalo in a snowstorm in the winter, where you can't not only see the mailbox, you kind of ballpark in between the houses where to drive, trying to avoid the ditch. You're sliding all over. That's maintenance for me.
Yeah, it's a lot. We have other friends. We have friends that have diabetes and struggle with maintenance. But there are some people that are just like, I'm fine. I'm over here maintaining on 10. Everything's fine. And I'm like,
I just take my 10. Everything's fine. I'm like,
great.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Like, I literally right now, I'm like,
my seatbelt's on, so we're good.
Again. Like, I'm like, I should, because and I think it's just because of the stress that I've been going through. Right. So I'm like, do I need to adjust that? And then I also wonder too, like, we talk about maintenance and like getting down to this like ideal weight, like, or whatever that is, right? Like, is it the BMI number that I think is bullshit? And
it's a huge range, right? My BMI number, they're 111 to 146, because I dieted for 40 years, so I know I could probably list yours.
Sure.
I had a lot of useless information.
I bet you could. Yeah.
The shit I need, can't find it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a huge range, right? 111 to 146. That doesn't give me an ideal weight. That's
very big.
Gives me here's where you're most likely to not be sick. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. In my brain, I'm like, I will only be not obese if I'm under 200 pounds in my brain, but I fluctuate so much. And then I remember, like, I'm like, okay, well, what was I like in high school? And I'm like, I was very close to this in high school. Like, in terms of size, I was this. In terms of pounds, I'm still about 30. Like, if you can kind of look at it, because clothes are different now. But they're all stretchy and shit. It's crazy.
Love it.
Yeah. And but like, it's to me, like, if there were 30 more that were to go and I wouldn't be under 200, I really do think I'd be okay with that. And as long as my numbers were good and my joints were as good as they could be, then I think I'd be okay with that, because I know still I'm going to go through menopause. Like, there's all these things that one thing. So
it's a lot.
I want you to feel good in your skin. This is not ready. You're ready.
I mean, like, but seriously, like, I think it's just about, like, Kat was talking about the other day, and you can share, Kat, like, about your doctor was like, your numbers are great. And so it's like, my point is our maintenance, because Kat and I have always had, large.
Do you feel like you're living in your actual skin? Not the large body you've accepted because you've always been there?
Right. Yeah.
I don't even know.
Honestly, I feel fantastic.
And that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. I'm working on muscle now. So maybe,
I thought maybe if I lost, like, say 20 more, that would be it. I'd still be over 200. Yeah. But I feel fantastic.
So my goal weight was what I weighed in high school, right? Because that's the number that sticks in your head is, this was when it was utopia. It was never. Yeah. I am a stress ball, always have been.
Same.
And even when I got down to that weight when I was 38, I was puffy. It was a cortisol weight. It was a stress reduction. You could see it, it wasn't. Now I am actually living in my skin.
That's great.
Like, this is my body. Yeah, I really need some more muscle.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I totally get that.
And it's 5 pounds less than, it's 5 to 8 pounds less than my goal weight.
Oh.
I didn't see that coming at all. I mean, and you know what? Let me just throw it out there. I am 50 years old. I've been pregnant twice, one term. Mm-hmm. He's 11. I've been up and down like you wouldn't believe.
Is yours starting to stink too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a little stinky. It's okay.
He's
perfect. He's perfect. But it's ups and downs. It's we've been this, like, we've been up and down and everywhere in between.
Yes.
Where was I going with this? Oh shit. Oh, I'm 50. Oh, that's right. Yes. I'm 5'4", right? Because people are like, never ask a woman how old she is. I am 50. I am 5'4". Okay, I might be 5'3.5". But listen, let me have my delusions, please. And I weigh 118 pounds.
Yeah.
123 was my magic number. Yeah. Oh my God, it's going to be great. And not like my life was going to be great. Like, my life was great before. Sure. I was having a blast, doing Ironmans, doing lots of fun shit. It just hurt, right? My body hurt a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
140.6 miles with 30 extra pounds, 50 extra pounds. It ain't pretty. It's never pretty, period. Let alone carrying a toddler. But like, I wake up and I realized this about 6 months ago, I put my feet on the ground and my feet don't hurt.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember a time
not
when
be swollen.
hurt.
Yeah. We get like swollen too.
It's weird. It's like, it's little things. Cause I was never obese. I hit 29 and a half.
Sure.
So I really didn't earn the drug, right?
That's not how I think, but sure. But I did though. I did think that way, Dr. Moe, when I first started. That's what I was like. I was like, yeah.
Well, I put in the chat, I hid it in I wrapped it up in paper towels, took it out of the box, wrapped it up in paper towels and stuffed it in the back of the drawer on the bottom behind the bacon. Yeah. So nobody, which is a bad idea. My husband eats bacon a lot, but whatever. But 2 weeks in, I was so relieved. I could breathe.
You were like, oh my God.
And that's when it started, right? And you had asked about the clearing of the mind and what I've done with my life since then. I'm writing another book. Cool. I'm balls to the wall with coaching because that is so important to me, because it's not just about health. Yeah. It's about relationships and it's about wealth, and not wealth as in money. It's not about just like obesity is not about the food. Wealth isn't about the money.
Totally. Yes. Like when I've been talking to people about doing shop, I've literally been like, listen, I want the obese community to take over TikTok shop, because I really, really do. I really like, I'm like passionate about it because I want
do it. Do some body glaze.
I want, that's one of those viral products. We'll talk later.
These things are amazing.
I really want it because like it'll allow them to have freedom. Yeah. Right. And not just freedom from food. Right. But like having the like ability,
financial independence.
Yes. Like I'm like, if you think about it,
I think also
every obese person I've ever met on this journey, they are boss when you just treat their sickness. Like they are so awesome. There is no fat and lazy person. Like I just don't believe it. Nope. I haven't seen it. All I've seen is you treat the sick person, they get better, and they are busting. Like, I mean, I don't mean like just in the gym or this. I just mean like the type of human they are. And if you can apply that to shop or Amazon or whatever it is that allows you to like have your life, I want people to do that. I would love if just like obese people just took over. Quick pause here. I've had moments on my GLP-1 journey where insurance changes or rising costs force me to look for a new provider. And honestly, that process can feel very overwhelming. But that's why the Plus Size Podcast is partnered with GLP Winner to give our subscribers a resource to help them make that decision easier. GLP Winner is a comparison platform that lets you explore telehealth providers in all 50 states, whether you're looking for brand name medications or compounded options. You can see pricing up front, read reviews, and get a clear picture of which provider might align best with your needs. Check it out today at glpwinner.com/plus-sides. That's glpwinner.com/plus-sides. Don't forget the Z. Let me tell you a quick story. I was telling Kat how I was regaining weight after my 100-pound loss using GLP-1 medications, and I was having snacky cravings and waking up at 3 a.m. and I had hot flashes, and I was worried. But Kat was like, listen, I went through this last year. It's perimenopause, and I started HRT, and she used this company called Winona. So I started going there to see if this was something that was going with me. Turns out it was, because I'm 46. And it's been amazing. It's taken a while to find the right dose, but once I did, it's just been huge. I've been sleeping. I feel more myself again. And the hot flashes are gone, which is, geez, really bad. So I will tell you, it's just been so big for me. And so I wanted to partner with them on the podcast because obviously many of our listeners are going through this same age range and definitely are having these issues. And there's just no need for you to suffer. So if you go to the link that's in our link tree, you can click on that and save money. If you go there and you meet all the criteria, and this might be something for you to try. So I just want to make sure you had this great resource because it's just been such a big difference for me and Kat. Again, you can go to the link in our link tree and get what you need.
"20 seconds a week to lose 20% of your weight in a year with diet and exercise. That's the power of GLP-1s through Ro. Ro helps find the medication that's right for you, based on cost, availability, and your weight loss goals. Losing weight with GLP-1s is possible through Ro.
Well, that's what I do is it, and that's why I
Not good issues.
shifted.
See, freak flag. Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's why I've shifted because I actually help people like when somebody sees a dark hallway, like there's nothing else I can do because
Yeah.
a lot of it's highly trained, right? Highly trained professionals.
Yes.
This is the only thing I know how to do. They see dark hallways. I show them doors.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Well, we need more. I will tell you that. Like, I do feel like actually, in all honesty, that a lot of the telehealths that we talk to, they haven't scaled well enough in that area to offer that kind of thing. And man, is it ever needed. Like, it's so important. And even when I met one of them that I consulted for, gosh, it was last year, but I was like, if you can find a way to offer any kind of mental health, like coaching support, you will change lives. Yep. It won't just be the medicine, because honestly, I'm not saying everybody, like it's a big statement, but many of us, if you've been in a big body the most of your life, you struggle with obesity or with food noise the majority of your life, like many of us, we just get to this place with the medicine where we don't know what to do with ourselves. Like, how do I handle this? How do I cope? Right. And there's no playbook. Like there's not one. And so then people go to social media. Right. Thank God.
Dr. Moe. You know what? I bought your book today.
Yeah. Ooh, that's what we should call it.
Happy First. Yes. It's called Happy First. It's how to win life. Yeah. It's, and it's really because it's in the moment. Right. So that book is about removing the things
behind you, right?
Huh?
That book's behind you? Is it behind
That's the one she already wrote. She just wrote a new one.
I already wrote. This is Happy First. This is it's about that we are the whole premise is that we are all innately happy, right? We are born that's a little sketch. We are made happy, right? We are made from the same molecules as the stars. We are baseline happy. Mm-hmm. And when you remove the things standing between you and you're happy, that helps, right? But it's hard because sometimes you can't do it without help.
Yeah.
I'm remedial. I need all the help. I need therapy, 12-step medicine, this service, my TED talk when I get there, working on
You'll get there. It's going to happen.
Will be, it's called Service is Not What You Think.
Yeah.
Because you have to do these things. You have to, and the onion, like I said, you just keep peeling and weight is here. It's just what we can see, right? People don't see pain.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And I also think too, like going back to the whole argument around like weight loss shots and stuff, like ultimately too, like with these meds, they treat a lot of different diseases and disorders. And we're just like scratching the surface. Right. So I will tell you, if you look at my sister, my middle sister, she looks like the epitome of health. She is tiny and she does yoga and she's a art media director for Meta. Like she's, like she's just like, I don't know how to describe it. She's gorgeous. And she's
got a mental picture.
Guess what? She actually had an autoimmune condition. It affected her liver. She had to have a liver transplant. She had cancer, and she went through all of this over the past 2 years. And my family and I were all going through it, obviously, with her, right? But you would think that I was the one that was like the most unhealthy. Because I live in a big body and she lives in a small body and she sort of like embodies all of those things. Right. But that it changed things for me because like, that's when I was like, I cannot look at somebody and decide their health.
Yes.
Right. You can't do that. It's like, that's why, but I did it. I did it in the beginning. And then like, I had some friends and they were like, maybe we deal with that. Maybe we think about that a little more. You know what I mean? And when you have friends around you that can help you like be critical thinker, I think that's a big deal.
I think it helps that I never got huge, right? Like I was never 400, 500 pounds. I never outgrew my body in that way because I had enough healthy habits. My body was forgiving enough. I'm very, very grateful, right? Super grateful. But it also helped me because people would look at me, even at my heaviest, and say, you're fine. Mm-hmm. I was 170 pounds, 168, something there. I try not to really think about it. And the people are like, you're fine. What? I don't understand. Like, you're fine the way you are. But they didn't feel it. They could not feel what it felt like for me.
Yeah. Because it comes down to your brain. Like that's what people don't get. Like when you are not metabolically sound, like it fucks with your brain. Like it's like, you know what I mean? It's just like anything else. Like you said, you deserve medicine, you know? Yeah.
And you know what? And what came first, right? Was it the was it the food first or the neural pathways? I don't know. I don't care. I got them both.
Yeah.
Let's manage them both.
Because now we have now we have options, right?
Yeah, we do.
I think that's what's so important. And like, you know, I know we have, so like Caitlin was talking about, you know, something that helped her. And she was like, listen, like it didn't help with the weight, but it helped with some of her symptoms for PCOS. You know, she was able to get pregnant and kind of manage through that. And like, I think that there are a lot of people out there that are looking for a supplement because they can't afford compound, because the uncertainty around compound, you know, all those different things. And so I think that like, it's good for people to be aware of them. But my concern is when people come out and they're like, this will replace.
This is nature's Ozempic,
right?
Oh my God.
Natural GLP-1.
Believe me, I would rather get a $20 over-the-counter supplement.
Absolutely. No, none of us want to give ourselves a fucking shot. Sorry, but we don't. Like, you know, I know it looks.
I don't know. I think it's kind of cool.
It creeps me out still. I love the grab and stab pens.
I think it's a little.
I prefer.
I like the needle.
I prefer Ozempic, but it's the best needle. All the other ones are scary.
I've never been on Semaglutide. I've never been on Semaglutide. I don't have the guts, right? Because
the guts.
Yeah, pun intended. But I don't have the guts because I am so afraid. I went off one time. I know I got to get a colonoscopy, so I got to go off, and I'm terrified.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, that 1 week.
But
for a week, just a week.
It's just 1 week.
No, it's not just a week. By the way, not for my patients.
Oh, okay. Because my husband just had one last week, and it said if you take.
That's what the anesthesiologists tell you. We actually say 2 in my practice, not medical advice, but we go 2 because we still have a lot of anesthesiologists finding the chicken and rice. Man, they're just not used to ER. You know, come on, intubate right through that. It's fine. Just kidding.
Life or death.
And it always smells. It's always chicken, rice, and beer. And oh God, the smell of that coming back up.
It's terrible.
All right, sorry. I got ER people. I gotta go there.
I can hear the sound of the suction right now, like in my head.
God bless. But anyhow, right. Anyways. There's no trauma there. There's no trauma involved.
There's no trauma in this room at all. At all. Can you tell? We're all just great.
No, we actually were very conservative. But I was on a cruise. Right? You want to hear sick brain story real fast before we
Yes.
I was on a cruise and I brought 2.5 with me because at that point it was 2.5 or 5, you know, which is where I was sitting. And I was like, oh, I'm a little seasick on the cruise. I would lie to myself like no other. I'm a little seasick. I don't want to be more nauseated, so I'm not going to take it.
Sure.
We were getting home on Thursday. It was Wednesday, and I was like, I'm giving myself that month jet. That we got to do it. I was
what we do to ourselves to try to make ourselves gain weight.
Oh my God,
it's bizarre. Like somebody needs to study that shit because that's crazy. Like, I can have that. No. Wait a minute. Now I've had 3.
And you tell me it's not an addiction.
The gaming. It's like called the internal gaming. Yeah.
Yep. And there's a saying that I actually recently heard after being in 12 steps forever.
I was in 12 steps too.
You got to I'm actually in now more than I was before. I was in and out for a lot of years.
Right?
I was in OA for 2 years.
Yeah, I was in and out a lot. Went back in earnest in February of 2022 because I was killing myself and I couldn't stop. So, I mean, not literally, right?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But I just couldn't. It was mentally, it was just such a struggle. I said, I need something. I don't know what to do. You know, I was already going to therapy. I'd binge after every therapy visit. It was great. Sure. Fantastic, right? No one needs that dug up.
It's weird afterwards. You're like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with all these feelings. Oh yeah, I know exactly.
I'm gonna eat them. I have purged all these feelings. I feel comfortable for a while. Yep. Let's eat now.
Yeah. So, but that's I will lie to myself, and that's actually where I'm sitting right now. And I'll never tell anyone, client wise or other, to do something I haven't done.
Yeah.
And that's troublesome because I'm at a point right now that I'm going to the next level. And when I say that, it means nothing about income, nothing about board exams. It's I'm going to the next level in my own development.
Same.
And it's really hard. It's painful. I don't want to do it, but it's calling. It's calling, and I can't say no because this is who my higher power would have me be.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, do I ever get that? Like, I've talked about honestly how this podcast has been a calling for me, and I don't call it a calling. I just said I've always felt led. And the reason I say that is because I have moments just like you have where you're like, those were God's words, they weren't mine. I have moments like that all the time. So and I'm dealing with like, when I say things like that I don't feel are mine, and people are praising me for it, or praising me for the podcast, or praising for where it comes, I have a very hard time receiving that, because I don't think it was me.
God thought you were important enough to give those to. Don't discount that. I'm actually weirdly not terribly religious, very spiritual, not terribly religious.
I'm very spiritual as well. Yeah.
No, it's in my book. That was my safe way to talk about.
Read it.
That was my safe way to get it out there. But you are important enough to receive those words. You are not insignificant in that process. So yeah, say thank you.
Yeah. It feels weird to say thank you.
Tough.
I think it's also because I'm
used to it.
I'm working on it.
You said tough, Kim. Tough.
I know, I'm good. But it's a process, right? Yeah. And like continuing to move forward, continuing to do this work, but ultimately, the ripping down on the internet is really hard. It really is.
Hard. It made me withdraw for quite a while.
And the people that the people that like will say that I'm telling you, like, that were with me and battling with me and all these things, and then the tide turned and they were gone.
It hurts.
And I'm not upset with them. No. See what I'm saying?
They're going to do what they're going to do.
I'm upset that I believed that was real.
They did too.
They did too. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why I'm not upset with them.
But it hurts. It doesn't matter what they believed. It really hurts.
It does. Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. And I know the tide will turn again, back and forth. Because that's what life does, Yep.
That's why we're palm trees, man. That's why we just sway and go.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, the break was good. I think dealing with the trauma this time, instead of vomiting my trauma on TikTok, dealing with it with my friends, my family, my God, my therapist, like that was like not online. That was a big change for me. But, I think what I'm scared of is that I know that I'm just going to get bigger. I know that the podcast is just going to get bigger. And I'm afraid this one was bad this time. What's the next one going to be like? And that is a piece of growth that's difficult to go through,
Very hard. I have a book that's been recommended to me for a long time. It was written in 2009. And when a book's been recommended 3 times, usually I read it.
Yeah.
This one's taken probably a dozen, but I had 3 lately that the same people recommended the book. It's called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks.
I've heard of that before.
Yep, I bet you have.
Yeah.
Because it is extremely important, because we're living in our zone of excellence, right? Which is pretty damn good, right? We're kind of rocking it, helping some people, doing some good things, right? Putting a good message out there.
Yeah.
You're not in your zone of genius.
No.
And you know that, and that's what you feel.
Yeah.
And that's the pull. And I don't like the book. I love the book. I don't like the book.
Yeah, I get that.
And the work has to happen if you want to move, right?
Yeah. And I think it's like, I do feel like one day I'll look back on the work that we did, with members of the community, everybody that's ever contributed ever, and I think we'll be proud of it.
I think you should be proud of your work today.
Yeah. I mean, I am. It's just,
there's no but. There's no but.
Should. Yeah.
See, butt's gone. We're on Ozempic. Butt's gone.
So true. So true. Man, I got to tell you, I wish someone had told me when I started the whole butt thing. Kat, it wasn't until we were doing the show, my butt was half gone by
your
now.
lunges and your butt stuff.
My butt was just fat. It wasn't attractive. So I was like, meh, now it's flat and not attractive.
Do your squats.
The Judy Blues help a lot. They do.
Your little bands and just do this when you're sitting down.
Yeah.
You know what? I have not done that in the last couple of weeks. I need to get back on.
Is it time to do a butt stuff video?
I think it is.
When we first started the podcast, Kat did butt stuff with Kat.
We don't lose our butts because we exercise.
She's like, no, we don't lose our butts because we work out. That's what she always says.
Lift up your
butt exercises, and we made it hashtag butt stuff with Kat. And she would always say, you got to do your butt stuff, guys. You got to do your butt stuff. And it was resistance training.
Talk about
squats.
Viral on TikTok, man. Good job.
It didn't go viral. That's what pisses us off. Like, I'm like,
it'll get there. I need to be more consistent. I do it off the
It's
steps.
just a matter of
I do it like on the way up the
hitting the
steps.
algorithm when it's weak, baby. Butt stuff with cat.
That is so funny.
I think people also like butt stuff. What are you talking about?
Oh, I know.
You know, Ozempic butt stuff with cat. I want to think we should get all the questions. I think we did.
I think we did. They all came up organically. Like it.
Yeah, right. That's okay. So anytime, hey, Dr. Moe, anytime you let a doctor know like ahead of time what the questions are going to be, if they're speakers or writers, they know how to guide the conversation to answer all the questions. You know, it's lovely. Thank you. I appreciate. I see the skill and appreciate it.
You know what's funny though? It's the same story. A couple of mentors said, other people, you will get sick of your story before other people do.
Oh, sure.
So I have to actually just remind myself, just tell your story.
That was profound. I just dropped that.
Cat broke things.
You dropped
it's because it's what I believe in, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I just.
Oh, you know what I would love to ask you before you go?
Sure.
I would love to ask you about stalls, and not just stalls like with maintenance and stuff, but kind of maybe you could explain to us a little bit what's going on with the body when stalls happen and why everybody should chill out.
Well, most often, and this is anecdotal, right? I haven't done double-blind studies on this. Most often when I see stalls in patients, it's stress. Mm-hmm. And stressing about the amount of weight you're losing is stress.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So it's again, you're either spiraling upward or you're spiraling downward. So you've got to put in the energy to go up. You've got to go up the hill. So, because that's where that's where the view is. So
that's where the view is, baby. I love it.
So, and we don't even consider a stall anything less than 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So, and here's
a lot of people be like, oh, I haven't lost in this week. I haven't lost in this week. Or
that's not a stall. You need to poop. It's no big deal.
Yeah, you gotta.
But and I have to say, when I was getting close to my goal weight, that wasn't.
Yeah. I
was so irritated. I was like, I am not losing weight. I'm so close. I am not losing weight. But I weigh myself every day because it's an outsourced thing, and I like data. So I just get on. You asked me what I weigh today. I can't remember. Actually, I think I might have said my weight wrong because I kind of can't remember. I know about what it is.
Yeah.
Because I just chuck it like it's outsourced. It's on the scale.
It's magical what you just said. I know about what it is. Like, I feel like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big deal. Right? Like that you could say, I know about what it is and be okay with that. Like,
oh my God, that's so not me.
Right. I just love that though. You're like, I know about what it is.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't me who said that.
I loved
can tell you down to the ounce how old I was.
Yeah.
At what weight, what I was wearing when I went to this thing and how much I weighed and that was big.
That was a big one. Yeah. And you were just like, that's like in general.
Yeah. Cause I outsource it. Cause again, the polarization of the scale doesn't matter. I had a former friend tell me, no, the scale's my bullshit indicator. Won't lie to me, Gravity is what it is. I just step on something, stand between me and gravity. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
There's no drama.
Yeah.
But what was your question? Damn it, I lost it.
Oh, stalls. What's actually going on with stalls and what?
So when I was bitching about I'm not losing any weight.
Yeah.
When I looked at my actual graph, there it was, 1/4 pound a week.
Yeah.
So people think they're in a stall. Here's a kicker. And I've had sponsors tell me, only weigh yourself once a month. I don't like it because that's not data. Yeah. And plus you don't know. What if you lost a pound that month, but you didn't poop? I don't know. Yeah. Who knows? Or it's hormonal or,
I had to figure out that for me, it wasn't until I started tirzepatide that I started to weigh myself every day. And then because I was so excited and I was losing crazy
too.
And I was like, what's happening? It was like a pound a day. It was blowing my mind. It was inflammation, right? But still, but regardless, I was like, I kept making stories going, I lost another. It was freaking me out, right? But when I look back on it, I know I was incredibly inflamed. I remember actually feeling the tingles in my chin with the tirzepatide because it was like when your foot starts to wake up. It was sort of that feeling. And people,
oh my God, things are getting blood flow.
Oh my
Check
God.
that out.
Exactly. Right. Because it's about health. But what I started doing when I was obsessing, because that's what I was doing and weighing every day, is I never had a smart scale before like this. So I started to figure out when my true weight was because my weight fluctuates every single day. So I started realizing that it's the week after I ovulate, and then it's the week after my period. And those are my weights. That's all there is to it. So that's when I weigh. And every now and then I might jump on, but if I'm able to look at the number and throw it away, just like you just did. I was like, it's fine. It's arbitrary. Like,
and however you can do it to throw it away, because it does matter.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't run your life, right? Living a life run by food versus living a life run by the scale, they're both the same crappy life.
Yes.
You need to live a life run by you.
True.
You.
Love it. So true. So true. That is one thing I say that I've told Kat, and we've talked about this so many times, is like when the food noise went away for me, it did make me feel like my choices were my own. Yeah. And so I will tell you, when I start to gain, I'll go, but that was my choice.
Exactly.
And that's different. And I have to be like, okay,
when I'm critical,
what are we going to do now?
When I'm angry, I get angry.
Yeah.
It's okay to, as I tell the 11-year-old, it's okay to be angry. It's not okay to be mean. So when I get mean, when I'm critical, when I eat too much, when I create overwhelm, that's my choice.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of it, but being in your own driver's seat and being able to make those choices, I think that's the power of all of this, but it is also a very scary power. Like you got to know what to do with it. And I think that's a lot of people go to social media, right? And there are magical things in social media and there are dangerous things in social media. And, sometimes you can't figure it out until it's too late. But I think it's about finding like the right resources. And I think there are a lot of medical providers. There are a lot of, great creators, especially honestly, Caitlin, like our nurse creators, there's a certain level, I think too, of like with nurses that they have a certain level of empathy, just my experience, that I think is a big deal. And I love when we have nurse creators, especially. And I think that's if people need somebody to be like, well, here's what I do know. And here's what I don't know. Right. And for what I don't know, here's where I go. Right. Like that's what I think is important. It's just trying to connect all these dots, because when people go right now and go, how do I lose weight on Ozempic? What do I eat on Ozempic? Like they're going to get so much trash, and I think it's a matter of just like trying to guide people through the things that helped us, guide us to the people that have helped us. Right. And there's so many, I think too, like what Oprah calls aha moments on this journey. And like, I think that you can go to community and you can get very involved in that. But what I've learned, and I'll just be like straight up honest about it, like the mental piece of all of this, community, at the end of the day, these are just people that understand your trauma and have the same disease. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're all different people that have grown up different ways with different backgrounds. And, it's easy, in my opinion, to get swept up in that and think it is the only way and not go to your doctor. Right. And not go to your therapist and not go to your family because you're so ingrained in the community and the people that get you. Yeah. And I am guilty of that. And I, because of things that have happened recently, have been able to pry myself away from that again. And that has actually been a beautiful learning, and I just think that we want to make sure people have the best resources. And it's like, for the podcast, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to be an aggregator, right? So that people have one place to go and it directs them to places that they can go there. They're safe, and reputable,
I love that.
Yeah. It's a journey. It's a journey, Dr. Moe. Well, this has been a lovely conversation. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
It's about damn time.
I know, right? It took for fucking ever. Geez Louise. And I would see her, she would pop up and I'll go, it's time. And she would like, all right, message me. And then I would forget.
Right. Out there.
But I would do it all the time.
One of us would remember.
Every few months, I'd be like, Dr. Moe. She's like, hey.
You told me I'd be like, yeah, I'll follow up.
Yeah. Right. I know. But that's what it's been like. It's been, if I look back on the past 18 months of my life, there is not a linear thing in it. Not linear in the weight loss. Nope. It's not linear in the thought process. It's not linear in the healing. I was a wreck hot mess. Like there was no time for anyone. Including myself, I quit going to the doctor. I just went to my obesity doctor. So I didn't get my mammogram. It was just like, because I was so enthralled and honestly full blown, like taking care of what I thought in my brain was taking care of everyone else, right? Being there for everyone else and then not giving time to myself. And I truly think that
when you're involved in like TikTok specifically, and the way that algorithm works, it can really mess with you. And I just think that on this journey, one of the first things people are going to do, are going to go to TikTok, or they're going to go to IG, or they're going to go to whatever. And I think we've got a good bunch of creators, but there's more and more coming every day, and they're all
room for all of us. I think that's the key.
There is room. There's not enough. Just like I was saying, there's not enough doctors. There's not enough nurses. There are not enough people to treat. And so there's a deficit.
Yeah.
That's why telehealth should not ever worry about competing, because there's more than you ever imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more. Like, it's unnecessary. There's just so much like business.
A rising tide lifts all boats. I want to put no one else down. There's enough patients for all of us.
There are.
There's like, guys,
there's
like
so many patients. Yeah, I know. And I think it's just perspective, right? Like,
I think so too.
People think about only go after this market. No, this is the market. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all around you.
Find a niche. Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck. Exactly. Anyway, but it's been lovely. Thank you so much for talking with us. I appreciate it so much and sharing your journey. And Caitlin, thanks for coming on. I hope you had fun.
Yeah, it was great.
This was good. Okay, great. I will link everybody's socials, and I will link Dr. Moe's book and your website and all your things and your coaching business. Man, I got to tell you guys, if you're listening, look into the coaching thing. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And all you're going to hear is me and Kat and other people like that are on the podcast and contributed, like of us going, oh, like all through the time. But if you can go to a coach and start there when that didn't exist for us, #winning. That's an easy button. That's what I think anyway. I wish I did.
Dr. Moe Coaching. It's real simple. That's the website. drmoecoaching.com.
Don't forget the E. It's MOE.
Yes. Don't forget the E. It's always with the E.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Heck yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. It's been a very good night. I will exit you stage left, and then you will leave because we have to talk behind your back.
Sounds good. I'm out of
here. All right. Go be with your families. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
That was so good. I know. I love it. I think that it's so great when we can have on doctors that do have struggle with obesity and food noise, metabolic conditions as well. Because I just feel like they bring a different perspective. They're sharing their community story too, And I think that it's just good to be able to hear how they think and, what they hear from like, their peers, right? And medicine, because it's very different. And I like people like Dr. Moe, Dr. Rentia, Dr. Ali that are like, let's break this out. Let's create our own box and our own mold and like that. I think that's important because the way we've been doing things doesn't fucking work. Right. So let's figure out something else. Should I put my name? Side note, #tangent. Should I put my name instead of DMF Kim? It feels very informal.
Just put Kim.
Just put Kim.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Why
Kick
not?
her to Kim Carlos. Kick her to Kim Carlos. Okay, I forgot we're still recording.
Yep.
Anyway,
we're both
having NSVs this week.
It's kind of it's wild. I realized that we had this conversation a couple of days ago, you and I, Kim, about the old fitness industry and how it used to have you trained on cheat days. And I was thinking about like how I would white knuckle it up until weigh-in day, and then I would just go buck wild for like a day and a half.
Yeah.
And I think I'm finally getting evened out.
That's great.
2 years later, where I'm like, it's Saturday. Okay. I don't want an extra snack. Oh, you know what? The reason why you're hungry is because you're tired. You know how I say, bitch, go to bed?
Yeah, bitch, go to bed. That's what you always say.
Oh, that's what I tell myself, bitch, go to bed.
It's funny. I do that these days when I'm going through that, I'll hear my inner cat and I'll go, bitch, go to bed.
But I think that was kind of an NSV. I feel like maybe it's just taken a longer time for my food noise to quiet more and more. It's been super gradual.
Yeah. I wonder too, like, you have to think too, like we are also doing a lot of emotional work, right?
Yes. And I think
we are doing that. Like that is all work that we're doing. Not everybody's doing that.
I think I had a lot of emotional connection with food, maybe way more so than the average person.
I would say I definitely have.
Yeah.
And what I struggle with is reconnecting with it in a healthy way.
Just to be normal. Like, okay, you know what?
The hormones.
All right.
Speaking of the hormones. All right, sideshow tangent. Okay.
I got still owe us the ESV. Go ahead.
I got that stuff where you shave your face. I look like a Yeti cat.
That white
I had a
face.
Full blonde fuzzy beard here. It's so bad.
We're supposed to have a little fine. We're mammals. We got little.
There is no little fine. It was like a beard.
I have fuzz.
I looked like a Yeti. I'm gonna send you pictures.
My barber, I was like, every time she cuts my hair, I'm like, you really are just trying to hurt my feelings, because she starts down here when she brings it up. I don't have sideburns. She's like, yes, you do, girl.
Yes, you do, girl. I just don't think women ever think about doing that until people were like, let's dermablade. That's what it's called. Dermablading.
Dermablade.
Something like that. I don't know. Anyway. I don't have an NSV other than I had gained 5 pounds and now I've gained 3. So I guess I technically lost 2. I don't know. I've been walking almost every day.
That is a good win.
Since I quit my job, I didn't have time to do anything, guys. Like I didn't.
It's a lot.
The podcast, the job, the family, the friends, the sick family, like I didn't have time to do anything, and I felt myself mentally and physically getting sicker. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm just trying to take care of myself, like letting the day job go and trying to find a way to balance everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a journey. And I'm sure I'll run my mouth about it on this podcast. But we'll have to have, what we should do? We should have Dr. Rachel back on.
Yeah.
Dr. Rachel has some really good insight, especially around disordered eating. And I think she could help us a lot and help our listening audience too. So she already told me she'd come back on. I just haven't scheduled it. I think I will though for October.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm tired.
Sometimes with a little perimenopause.
Overnight.
I got that 8 pounds that never went away. But now it's finally moving. But
yeah,
I feel a little. I mean, there's other things like what we just talked about. I have accountability for what I've done, but usually that 8 pounds took a long time.
Yeah. I feel like I want to say this. Like, I'm just going to say it. It's our show. We can do it. I'll decide if we're going to keep it. In this journey, while we're trying to figure out the answers, because now there's actually some answers, right? We're kind of applying logic from a long time ago, right? Diet culture, accountability, all these different languages and things that we used prior to this. And what I've noticed is that for me personally, it's very easy to sit in judgment of others, especially when things are kind of working for you, right? And I would say I would sit in judgment of others within the community, people outside of the community, Weight Watchers or diet culture or Jenny Craig or Nutrisystem or whatever. And now I'm having some moments where I'm more looking back on this journey that's very emotional, where I'm like, I think that we're all just trying to figure it out. Do you know what I mean? And I think in the process, myself included, if we could all just be just a little kinder to everyone else and to ourselves, I feel like that could change the world. And I know that sounds a little Pollyanna, but I really do think that we can all do that. And I think everybody gets lost and, sometimes and gets away from their self during like really stressful times of their lives, especially on this journey. And I just think that when you see people who are like losing or stalling or something, one of the first things people do is they're like, it's because you're not eating the right things, or because you're not eating low enough, or because you're not exercising. And that's why. But many people on this journey, including many of our friends, obviously with diabetes, that are slower losers or had many, many stalls, or like Dr. Moe was saying with like stress, like all of those things play a role. And launching to, it's because you think the medicine is a silver bullet, like, and judging people, like it's not kind, and it does damage. And I think that, hurt people. And there's just something to be, I think, said about just like letting it go, Like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to say something because I feel like this week I've seen a lot of that. You know, it's because you think the meds are the only thing and the only way, and you need to count your calories, and you need to count your macros, and you need to exercise, and you need to this, you that. And I do think that it's people likely for the most part just trying to like offer solutions, but there are other, sometimes it comes out nasty, you know? Mm-hmm. And I just think like, as a community, as plus size, we should just all consider that, because it's shitty. It makes people feel really bad, you know? So anyway, there's that. So that's all my NSV is this week, is just be nicer to people, because I'm trying to, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Okay. That's me NSV for the night. Hasta la pasta.
Let's be kind.
Be kind. Let's just all be kinder. Because I don't care if you're the kindest person there is. I still bet you could be a little kinder. Yes, I like it. Okay. All right. Hasta la pasta. We'll see you next week. Let me tell you a quick story. I was telling Kat how I was regaining weight after my 100-pound loss using GLP-1 medications, and I was having snacky cravings and waking up at 3 a.m. and I had hot flashes, and I was worried. But Kat was like, listen, I went through this last year. It's perimenopause, and I started HRT, and she used this company called Winona. So I started going there to see if this was something that was going with me. Turns out it was, because I'm 46. And it's been amazing. It's taken a while to find the right dose, but once I did, it's just been huge. I've been sleeping. I feel more myself again, and the hot flashes are gone, which is, really bad. So I will tell you, it's just been so big for me. And so I wanted to partner with them on the podcast, because obviously many of our listeners are going through this same age range and definitely are having these issues. And there's just no need for you to suffer. So if you go to the link that's in our link tree, you can click on that and save money. If you go there and you meet all the criteria, and this might be something for you to try. So I just want to make sure you had this great resource, because it's just been such a big difference for me and Kat. Again, you can go to the link in our link tree and get what you need. Today's episode is brought to you by Ro, a telehealth platform that's changing the game of GLP-1 access. What sets Ro apart? Ro understands the challenges of navigating insurance hurdles and the skyrocketing prices of GLP-1 medications. That's why they specialize in getting insurance approvals for GLP-1s. And if insurance is a barrier, they go a step further by prescribing brand name zepbound vials for prices close to those of compound GLP-1s. With Ro, you're not just getting a prescription, you're getting a partner in your journey that's helping you access affordable treatment and guiding you every step of the way. Whether it's insurance approvals or cost-effective alternatives, Ro is here to make sure that you get the medication you need. Visit ro.co/plussides with a Z today to see how they can help you take control of your weight management journey with affordable, accessible care. That's ro.co/plussides with a Z, making healthcare work for you. Check out the link in our show notes for more details. Are you interested in understanding GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro? Then join us on the Plus Sides Cracking the Obesity Code, the groundbreaking podcast helping people change their lives one episode at a time. The Plus Sides podcast is a disruptor. We're breaking down barriers, smashing stereotypes, and sharing inspiring stories that'll leave you feeling informed and empowered. Join us every week to learn from doctors who are specialists around GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro. They'll provide you with science and facts to validate these incredible stories. But that's not all. We'll also bring you the voices of the GLP-1 Mounjaro TikTok community, real people who face the challenges of obesity-related diseases and disorders and discovered the incredible plus sides of GLP-1 medications. Our episodes are filled with heartwarming stories, laughter, and moments of triumph. You'll connect with our amazing community members who are reclaiming their health and experiencing their fullest lives. Are you ready to embark on a journey of discovery and empowerment? Tune in to the Plus Sides Cracking the Obesity Code, and together we'll change the narrative around obesity and end the stigma. Subscribe now on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform and join our incredible community. Let's celebrate the plus sides of life together, because every story deserves to be heard. Every life deserves to shine, and everyone deserves access to expert knowledge and medication. The Plus Sides Podcast. You're not alone. It's not your fault.